I think it's an incredible city. You know, I came here in the early 90s and there were a bunch of cranes everywhere. And then I came back 7 years later and there was this incredibly beautiful city that was built amongst all the historical buildings. And I don't know, I love the people. I like spending time here. I think it's beautiful.
Well, obviously it takes place during, a very specific time that happened for Berlin that I think was very global. And I think it made this film very rich because it helped us create a lot of high stakes for our characters to go through. I personally have a love affair with Berlin. I love cities that can survive political turmoil and unrest and kind of rise above it. And I think the people of Berlin are just so evident of all of that. It's a beautiful city. It's one of my top 5 cities in the world. Well, I was a young girl in South Africa, and at the time, apartheid was very much a part of South Africa. And I think the conversation was being had in South Africa, this idea that you could somehow separate people or divide people, whether it was through a sign outside a bathroom or a wall that you built through a city. It was, I don't think that it was a surprise that apartheid was dropped in South Africa a couple of years later. So I think what happened here really catapulted the world to rethink a lot of things. And as a young girl, it left something in me. I definitely, I was impressed by it, for sure. I was really actively looking for something like this. A film with a world like this, a vibrant world like this, an interesting historical world, where you could put a female protagonist in the middle of it and have her be unapologetic and have her have a dry sense of humor and have her play with the same set of rules that most guys get to play, all guys get to play when they do the genre. And so that, for me, was intriguing and fun and challenging. And I think it was a huge part why we spent so many years developing this project. We could not have made this movie without those people. We had an incredible stunt department behind this film, and I am so grateful to them, because if it wasn't for them, I would not be anywhere close to believable in this film. So we owe a lot to them. It was challenging. I think I was up for the challenge. I think I was looking for a challenge. I think there were days where there's a lot of shots in this movie where it looks like I'm falling, and that's not acting. That's me really falling and my body being that tired. And I think that's what makes the movie really special. We really push the envelope. We try to do things with the action in this film that we haven't seen before, and when you aim for things that big, you have to be willing to pay the price. You have to have a couple of bruises and feel the pain. I couldn't ask for a better or more perfect ending to this movie. We shot here in Berlin. This is very much a story about Berlin. And to be able to be here today after all those years of hard work, and to have the Berlin audience be the first audience to see it, for me, is incredibly special. And I am very grateful for the support that we've had from everybody in Berlin to make it here and to bring it here for the premiere tonight.